All right, everybody. So, good morning. Today is a chair class. And as I have said before, um, it is not your ordinary chair class. We're going to be doing lots of things. It would be helpful if you had a couple of blocks and maybe a blanket just from a cushioning standpoint. Like even right now, if you're sitting in your chair and it doesn't feel good on your cute little behinds, go ahead and feel free to sit on a blanket. What we don't want is, uh, you know, that kind of thing, right? Even though we're sitting in a chair, we'll be getting up as well. But even though we're sitting in a chair, we want that good alignment. We want all of that stuff happening. And then, as I was starting to say off camera, is that teaching a chair class can be really challenging because we are all different heights. Our chairs are all different. So it can be really difficult to find the alignment or whatever's happening in your body if you're not feeling grounded. So even here seated, if you don't feel like your feet are grounded, I would just take your blocks and put your feet on your blocks. And another way to look at that is ideally you would like your thighs to be parallel with the floor. And if you find that they're not, they're kind of up here or down here, either put your foot on a block to raise that foot up, or put a blanket under your behind because you're that much taller, so that your legs feel pretty right angled when you are seated. And then sit well, but sit tall. So avoid the leaning back. Don't let the back of the chair touch your back if you can avoid it, but yet just kind of like rock forward and back on your chair and notice that, see how tippy it is. And then again, just be mindful of that. All right, so take your shoulders up to your ears, squeeze them back and let them come down, and then take them up again. Squeeze them back and let them come down, and then settle into your chair. Your hands can be anywhere. They can be out at your knees as long as the shoulders are back. They can be at your thighs with the elbows at your sides, or they can just hang out in your lap. All right, so wherever it feels good to you. And then close the eyes and feel your feet on your mat. And just notice your breath. And Betty, if it's warm over there, windows or fan. So just feel your feet on the mat and feel your grounding, right? Your feet are parallel to each other. Their hips width apart or slightly wider. The belly is toned in just slightly. As the chest rises, the shoulders fall toward the back body, the crown of the head reaching up as if someone had a string right to the very top center of your head and was drawing it up toward the ceiling. And then just start to notice your breath. Keeping the shoulders toward the back body, just breathe in and breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. And start to find your center both on the chair, but within your mat and within the room, within your body. Find that center space. And again, just breathing in. And exhale and letting it go. Good, last one here. And exhaling it out. And then let the eyes open and take your feet wide on your mat with your feet probably angled out just a little bit so that your knees and your feet head in the same direction. Again, ground through the feet and lift all your toes. Just lift them all up off the floor if you can. Spread the toes out. Just spread them, spread them, spread them. Good. And then see if you can put your big toes down, but keep the other toes up. Just to the best of your ability, even if it is a thought and not an actual movement. Press the four toes on either foot down. Lift the big toe. Good. Switch, big toe down, the rest of the toes up. And switch and breathe. Press those toes down. Lift the big toe and lift all of your toes. And then press them all down and then scrunch them all in so that the arches of your feet have really lifted. And then spread the toes, drop them down to the floor, scrunch them in again. Lift them up, spread them out and down, scrunch. Good. We're doing 3 more. Lift, spread those toes. Press those feet down, scrunch them in. 1 more or 2 more. Lift, spread toes. Drop them down, scrunch them in, and last one, lift, drop, scrunch, and then just kind of pat them out. Just pat them out. Again, find that grounding. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale to your heart, press it down, open it up, and inhale. Exhale, press down, and up. Exhale, press it down. Bring it up. 2 more, down we go. Press it out, lift it up and press down. Lift the arms up, hold. Take them out to the sides, turn the palms in, keep grounding those feet. If for some reason this is starting to bother your hips, feel free to bring them back in. Good, you're gonna round like you're rounding your arms around a tree and you're gonna curl in. Maybe your back touches the back of the chair, that's okay. And then lift up and open. Exhale, curl it in like you're hugging a big old tree and open it up. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, curl. And reach. Good, 1 more right here, everybody. Curl it in. And reach and let it go. Good. Walk the feet back in, hips width or slightly wider, all the toes pointing forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands out to the sides. Good. Internal, external rotation. Let's work some shoulders here. As you work the shoulders, make sure you're not hiking up, right? Keep them down and low and keep going, right? These are amazing. You feel these so quick. And you wouldn't think so. They're just little arms, right? All right, turn the palms down and pulse. Breathe. If you need a break, take a break and then come right back into it. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Good, turn them forward, pulse. Oh, turn them up, pulse. Breathe, turn them back, pulse. Good, turn them up. Take them up to at a diagonal, maybe 45 degrees. Curl your fingers, curl your wrists, bring them to your shoulders. Elbows are high. And uncurl and spread. Good, curl them in, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And open. Good, 1 more, squeeze. And open, take them to cactus. I know you're feeling your back by now or your shoulders by now, so am I. Draw the shoulders back and squeeze the shoulder blades and then bring the elbows together. Oh, a little relief. Good. Take them out and back and bring them in. How are you seated? Are you still nice and tall? And squeeze in. 2 more right here, right here. Squeeze and open. Last one. Squeeze it in, squeeze and open. Let it go. Hallelujah. Good. Hands hang just down to the sides of your chair. If there's something you want to just rest those fingers on, that's okay. Drop your right ear to your right shoulder. And keep the rest of your torso pretty upright, right? So you don't want to kind of start to slouch or drop the shoulders forward. And then tuck down toward your chest. Go over to the other side and pause. Still lightly holding on to your chair. And then down toward your chest. Go over to the other side. Last one, tuck down and bring it over. Good. Now you're going to keep your right hand holding onto something. Let go of the left hand and then maybe look up a little bit. Please be mindful of your neck. If you want a hand behind the head to support that, go ahead, but just don't grip anything with your left hand. Stretching out that whole side of the neck, right? It's like, holy moly, how's that get so tight? And then release that side. Hold on with your left hand. Let go with your right hand. And maybe look up. And breathe. And release. Good. Hold on to both sides of your chair. If you got something to hold on to, you can even reach back and hold, okay? And then pull the shoulders back. Take the feet to the edges of your mat and lean forward. Keep holding on to your chair. So it's as if someone's holding you back and you're trying to launch forward. Okay, just stretching through those shoulders. And then drop chin to chest and bring it back to neutral. Good. 2 more right here. Tuck and lift. Last one, tuck and lift. Pull yourself back up and release. Nice job, everybody. All right. Now the fun begins. So again, you may need to lean back some for some of this, but try not to rest on the back of your chair unless we're really working with the legs and you need some stability there by the shoulder blades. So again, sit up nice and tall. Maybe you're holding on to something light, lightly, the sides of your chair or even the back of your chair. Even if you take your hands behind, you can kind of keep that chest open. But I like holding on to the sides for this. We're going to start with the right leg. So you're just going to lift it up toward your chest and set it down. That's 2. Yep. And just squeeze. And 4. Good. 5. And pause. Go to the other side. 1. It's just how high you can bring it up. It doesn't matter if it's just a couple inches off the floor. And that's 4. Good. 1 more right here. Squeeze it up and down. We're going back to the right leg. I want you to lift, press it out, lift, and drop. Good. 4 more. Just take it up, push it out on purpose, and down. Good. This is 3. Push. Yep. And down. This is 4. Good extension, everybody. And last one. Push. Bring it in and drop. Good. Other side. Lift first. Press it out. Don't care how high this is, okay? Bring it in and down. You might be lifted here and down low. That's perfectly okay. We're working quads. So up, out, in, and down. This is 3. Woo, yeah, feeling that. And 4. Last one, and 5, and drop it down. Nice job, everybody. All right, so we're gonna add an opposite arm. So when you're ready, as you lift your right leg, the left arm is gonna go up, okay? So lift, extend, bend, and drop. Lift, extend, down. Good. 2, 3 more. Up, out, and down, and out, and down. Last one, out, and down. Good. Same side. Bend, extend out. So leg is straight, arm is out. Bring it in, drop it down. Lift the knee, extend out to the side. Bring it up. Yeah, baby. 3 more. Up, extend out. Bring it in and down to left. Anybody not feeling their legs yet? And in. Last one. Up, extend out. Bring it in and down. Good. Maybe just shake out that quad. Good. Roll the shoulders back, other side. So we're starting with the left leg. Remember, plant the right foot when you're ready. As you lift the arms coming straight out, extend, bend, and down. Here we go. Stretch and down. I know it's like coordination test, right? For me too, especially if I try to talk and do this at the same time. Two more. Up, extend, down, both down. Good. Last one here. Extend and down. All right. This time that arm's going out to the side. So lift the knee, extend out and bring the arm to the side. Bend and down. Up, stretch, up. What are we working, right? Quads, no kidding. Hip flexors, psoas, no kidding. Woo! Breathe. Two more, my darlings. Here we go. Last one. Woo! Out, in, and out. Yow! Rub it out. Shake it out. All right, take your feet wide. Sit up nice and tall. See if you can lift your right leg off the floor. Like you're gonna march in place and drop. Go to the other side. Lift and lift. Very much on purpose, right? Belly is toned. Feel like the Jolly Green Giant or something. You're like, hee-hoo. Yeah, I don't know. Goodness gracious. This is what happens when I don't get a good night's sleep. Breathe. Good. Last one. And drop. Sit up nice and tall. We'll get up off these chairs. If your behind is starting to hurt, just stand up, kind of shake it out or grab your blanket and then come on back down. All right, hold onto your chair, draw those shoulders back, lift your right leg, see if you can extend out. Bring it in and down, go to the other side. Lift, extend, lift, and down. Good. Take it up, push, down, and down. Good, like you're pushing something out of the way with that foot. And up, push, down, bring it up, push it out, bring it in, down. We're almost there. Push, down. We got one more, both sides. Here we go. Push, make it on purpose, and down, and push, and down. Good, just kind of rock those knees in and out. Find your breath. Trust your body, do what you can do, right? All right, here we go. You do have to lean back for this a little bit. A couple ways you can do it. Either lean back, but don't sink, right? Or take your hands back and lean, kind of use your elbows. It depends on your chair. So you're gonna see if you can bring both legs up. Now I've got my hands outside my chairs and chair, and I'm pulling the elbows back in. Extend out and in, core work. 2 and 3, 4, 5, 5 more, 5, 4, good extension, 3, core work, 2, and 1, let go. Promise we'll stretch all this out. Just gotta get through the list in my brain. All right, last one of these. Same thing, lean back however you need to get your balance. Lift both legs, see if they'll go out. Take them in, bent knees is okay. 2, 3, yep. 4, 5, and let go. It's beautiful. I know. Be careful. Watch those knees, everybody. Take the heels together and the feet out. Kind of little Charlie Chaplin look, right? Shoulders back. Press into the chair. See if you can lift, keep the heels together. Even if you lift an inch, right? 2, 3, 4, keep the heels together. 5, 5 more. 5, woo, no hands. 3, woo, 2, I know, 1 more. 1, oh. Who knew, right? Who knew? All right, take those legs wide. All right, so you know how I'm always on you about the knees dropping into the middle, okay? So this is a really simple thing that we can do. Feet are wide, toes, knees pointing in the same general direction. All I want you to do is pulse out. Easy, no bouncing. This is on purpose. That's it. 4, 5, your hands can be anywhere they want. 3, 2, 1, press them out and hold. If you can, lift up on your toes. Okay, so it just got a little bit harder where now we've got more activation, right? Calf muscles, a little more quad. Breathe. If you can, stay on the toes, pulse for 10. 10, 9, press out. 7, 6, 5, squeeze right back here. 4, 3, 2, almost there. 1, press out and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, pull. 5, and let go. Woo, walk those feet back in. Good. Just extend out. Hands to chair if you can. So figure 4, super easy, right, for most of us. Knee issues, not so easy. I'm going to give you 2 options. One is your normal. You're just going to rotate that thigh out, external rotation, grab your ankle, place it on the knee. If that isn't good for you, I want you to straighten your left leg and then either cross below or above the knee. Okay, either one. If your left leg is relatively straight, keep a small bend in the knee so you don't hyperextend. So you can go here as opposed to here. All right. Or whatever thing you've figured out, right? Because most of us, if we've been doing yoga for a while, we figured it out. We figured out what we can do to help our bodies. So for those of you who this is really not much, take the leg up and breathe. So you're just holding on. You're just finding your stretch. You can rock the baby, or you can keep that leg right where it is. We're going to come back to figure 4 in a minute. Don't strain, don't stress this ankle by holding on to the foot. Breathe now. Lift up really tall, everybody. Set the leg back down, even if that leg is relatively straight. Inhale, reach up. Optionally, come forward, breathe. You can just drop those hands down to the sides, or you can wrap one around the elbow, or one elbow around the knee, one around your foot. Hold the hands at center. Big stretch for that hip. That's a good one. Breathe. You know, as we breathe, as we start to move the body and breathe, we let all that stress go. We let all the nonsense go. We gain perspective. All right, so if you're down low, hanging out over that leg, I want good body mechanics. Take your hands to your leg, lift your chest and come up. Stay with me one more second. Inhale, reach up. Twist to your right. If it's your right knee that's bent, twist to your right. One hand down, one hand behind your tree, one hand behind your chair. Open up the chest. Find your twist, everybody. And breathe. Good. Release that. Take it center. Inhale, reach up. See if you can detach, push out, and let go. Shake them out. All right, other side. Here I thought, how do you get an hour and 15 with a chair? Piece of cake, no. Other side, take the knee out. I kind of like going into it that way so we get that external rotation and then pick the leg up. and see where it'll go for you. Nice flexed foot is always good. It just activates these muscles, right? Shin muscles, calf muscles. It's kind of nice. And then sit up really tall and just pause for a second. How is it on this side? Most of us have one side hip tighter than the other side hip, right? So maybe I hang out here for this one. Feel good, feel like you want a little bit more, pick the leg up. Want a little less, you go for a straighter right leg, trust your body. Even here, right, there's a little drop of the chest here, but not a ton. Try not to just round into a little ball here. Maybe rock the baby a little bit. Forget where I first heard that. Some teacher talked about rocking the baby. Some things just stick. Good, breathe, lift tall, everyone. And then set that leg back down where you would like it. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Maybe you wrap around, maybe you just hang, maybe you're more neutral, right? You know what to do. I don't have to tell you. Just to breathe, everybody. Can you imagine, right? All the world's nonsense going on. If we could just look at all these world leaders and go, just take a deep breath, everybody. Take a step back and breathe. Good advice for all of us. All right, come out in a nice tall manner. Come all the way up. Take that leg off if you can, push it out and let it go. And then just kind of, who remembers the movie Flashdance? Right? Just like really, really work those legs. Really like you're dancing in place. I'm on the balls of my feet. My heels are lifted. However you are for you is okay. Come on, keep it going. We're running. Come on. Woo, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. And let it go. All right. Legs wide again. We're going to start working with some squats. So again, be mindful of these knees. If you don't want to stand all the way up, there's several things, right? If you don't want to, just use the muscles that would require you to stand and don't. If you need to, use the back of the chair or the front of the chair, okay? For assistance. If you don't need any of that, awesome. Take one hand across the other. This is my Betty move here that I love. That keeps your chest tall. Push into your feet, stand up. When you stand up, give your behind a cute squeeze, bend the knees and sit down. Again, knee issues. If you want to stand and just do baby squats here, I'm good with that. Hands stay on the chest to keep you from pressing forward with your body. That's it, right? Woo, squeeze up and have a seat. I like these better than standard squats. They're much easier on my knees. So it might, hopefully that works for you as well. Good, keep it going. We got 3 left. Push up, work through your feet. Feel the feet ground. Watch the knees, right? All that work we just did. Good, last one right here. Squeeze up and down. Whew, let go of the hands. Walk the feet back. Again, go wider. Now here's the tricky part. When you stand, try not to collapse the knees. It's hard for me. My knees like to go in. So I'm keeping my feet wider. They're relatively under my knees, but they're a little back from the knees. We're going here again. Maybe you cross the opposite way. Lift your chest. Think about it and stand up. Now watch the knees. You know the chair hasn't moved. Your feet haven't moved. That chair's back there. See if you can have a seat. Press up. 2. Have a seat. Hardest thing for me was trusting that the chair was still there. And 4. and 5. We're going to do 5 more. If you want to sit 5 out, I'm okay with that. Lift up. And 4. Yep. And 3. Woohoo. And 2. Last one. Stand up, stay up. Let it go. Good job, everybody. Shake it out. All right, so I'm just going to move my chair so that I'm got a side view happening. You don't have to unless you need to for what you can see and not see. Okay, because I got to move my chair all over the place. All right. So you got your chair in front of you. You're coming up. Betty, you might want to turn your chair around just to see me if you want. Your chair is on your mat. So one of the things about chair work, 1, you don't want it slipping. 2, you don't want it tipping, okay? Hey, I just made a rhyme. So make sure your hands are solid on your chair and you're not pushing your chair away, okay? So take your hands to your chair. Step back enough that you're pretty much in an L shape, hip bone to ankle bone. You're not popping your knees back. They're soft. The sit bones rise up, the hamstrings get active. Walk the hands toward the back end of your chair and drop your torso so that your ears are relatively inside your arms. And notice, right? So this is the upper body portion of downward facing dog. And it's just an awesome stretch. So breathe. If you feel like you want to take the feet back a little more, just check out where you feel this. You're at the center of both feet. You're not locking your knees, even if the legs are straight. Now, isometrically try to pull your legs apart. Yep, feel the hips. Find your breath. Leave your right hand on the chair. Just drop your left arm. Just drop it down. Maybe circle it, right? Just a little bit of shoulder stuff here. Breathe. Put the left hand back on your chair. Drop the right. Just circle it. Just swing it, right? Just let it go. And put that back on the chair. Now, look at your chair. You're going to raise your chest up. Look at your chair. Step forward with your left foot. Step back with your right foot. You're in a lunge, right? Piece of cake. Open up your shoulders, tone the belly, and level out your hips. Press strongly into both feet. Good. Now, listen up. You're either going to stay here or you're going to go into just the slightest little cat pose. You're going to pull your belly in. What's that going to do? It's going to move you away from the chair. You're going to release the arms. Take the arms up. Nice high lunge. Breathe. You got it. Check the feet, check the legs. Imagine that your inner thighs are stretching toward each other. Opening up your chest. Good. You're going to reverse. You're going to do a little baby cat. Hands come down. Plant your hands. Step back. Downward facing dog. So legs are back further. You're more down doggish. Try not to collapse the shoulders. Lots of integrity there in the shoulders, everybody. Check out the legs, fire them up. Big stretch here. I love down dog on a chair. It just feels so good. All right, look at your chair. Step forward, right leg. Adjust your pose if you need to. If one foot has to come forward, if one foot has to come back. And Betty, you can always pull your chair more forward if you want. Your hands are planted here. Squeeze in through the belly. So a little tiny cat pose here, right? That's just going to give you a little bit of stability. And then pull the arms up, bring them up and breathe. Fire up both legs. So the basics still count, right? Your feet are wide enough apart that you feel balance. You're pressing through both legs nice and strong. You're getting a good stretch here. Good. Cat pose, hands to the floor. Step back, or sorry, to your chair. Step back, downward facing dog. Big deep breath. Oh, that feels so good. Look through your chair. Step forward, left leg. Good. This time, if you can, I want you to take your left knee to the front of your chair. If you can. If you can't, don't worry about it. Your left hand stays on your mat. Your back foot turns to the side position, right? Where are we? We're in extended side angle. So open up your chest. Roll the left shoulder back and open, and then take the right arm up. Big tone to the belly. Find your pose here. My knee is touching my chair. And what that's doing for me is just giving me a sense of grounding. And it's also keeping me in a nice alignment, right? Front knee, front ankle. All right, tone your belly. Start to lift off your chair. Warrior two. Breathe. My knee is still touching my chair. If yours is, it's great. If not, don't worry about it. Again, it's giving me some feedback. Drop your back arm, take your front arm up. Exalted warrior. Oh, open it up, everybody. You can look up, or you can look down, or you can look straight ahead. It's okay. Good. Warrior two. Extended side angle. Yep. And then take that right hand to your chair. Turn your back foot. Step back. Make sure your hands are solid on your chair. Step back, down dog. Oh, breathe, breathe, breathe. That feels so good. Look at your chair. Step forward, right leg. I apologize. My back's going to be to you. Easier than moving my chair. Let your front knee touch your chair. Turn your back foot to the side position. Your hand, right hand's on your chair. Open up your chest, take the arm up. That top arm can be either up to the ceiling or over your ear, right? Check your alignment, press through those legs, everybody. Find your breath. Tone that belly, reach for warrior two. And in this, you can feel this like deep seated right over torso, hips and torso right in line, right? So you're not reaching forward. Arms are open, back body is engaged. Drop your back arm, raise your top arm, and breathe. Oh yeah, oh, feeling good. Warrior two. Extended side angle. Hand to your chair. Turn. Step back, down dog. Find your breath. Good. So from here, you may have to adjust your feet. Your hands are not right at the end of your chair. Make sure they're in a little bit. Find plank pose. Now, it's harder here. My hands are more narrow than they would normally be for me, but we can do this, right? So draw the belly in, press the shoulders back. Imagine somebody has a little stick right at your belly button, pushing that away from the floor. Big deep breath. Good. Now, options here. One, you're here. Two, you're going to drop your hips toward the chair for a variation of up dog. Make sure both your chair and your feet are stable. And then press through plank to down dog. Don't move your feet. Don't move your hands. Breathe. Here we go. Plank. Breathe. Toned belly. Lift your chest. Up dog. Plank. Down dog. One more right here. See, my back chair legs just went off my chair and it started to slip. Interesting. Plank pose, everybody. Up dog. Breathe. This should not hurt your back. If it does, don't do it. Press to plank, to downward facing dog. And then look through, step forward with your left foot. Take your knee to your chair again if you can. Lift up through your chest, hone your belly. Inhale, reach the arms up and breathe. Find your pose, shoulders are square. You're in a high lunge, your back leg is active, your back glute is active. From here, drop your side back foot to the side position, warrior two. Yep, we were here already. Extended side angle. Either your arm goes to your thigh or it stays on the chair. Okay, either one is good here. Press up through warrior two to go to exalted warrior and breathe. That's it. Go through warrior two, hands to your chair. Turn your back foot, step back, downward facing dog. From down dog to plank. Breathe, really got to tone in here through the hips so that you're not dropping. Then consider dropping if you feel good for upward facing dog. Good, through plank, down dog. You got this, everybody. Look at your chair, step forward, right leg. Let that knee come to your chair. Adjust your pose accordingly and breathe. Here we go. We're coming up to lunge, so lift up. I like my knee touching the chair. You don't have to. It's just a little feedback. If my knee presses too far, the chair moves, right? So I know that. It's just a light touch. All right, here we are. Drop your back foot. Warrior two. Big deep breath, everybody. Forearm to thigh or hand to chair, extended side angle. Breathe. Take it up, slow, 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 through warrior two. Whoop, thank you all. To exalted warrior. Here we go, back through warrior two. Extended side angle. Whew. I can't remember, did we do this twice on the other side? Betty said, I don't think so. So let's take our hands to our chair. Turn your back foot. Step back, down dog. Breathe, listen up. This is optional because I don't know how many of you can do it. I'm going to give you two options. Either step forward, left leg, drop down to your right knee, and then drop your head. So that's one option. Or you're going to drop down both knees and then rest your head. So this is kind of a little variation on child's pose, just to give yourself a moment's rest. If neither one is appealing to you, you can just sit back in hero pose and breathe. Yeah, Betty, if you can lower your knee all the way to the floor. No? Okay. All right, everybody. So let's make our way back up. 1 foot forward, standing up and coming up to our chair. Good, just shake it out. Hopefully, so far so good. We're having a good time with mine as well. I really dance better than that. I don't know why I do this corny thing when I'm doing yoga. Like this song in my head. All right, hands to your chair. You can go, if you want a little less pressure on your wrists, you can turn your hands to the side. You can see maybe how I've wrapped my fingers around the chair and the wrists are straight, okay, straight up and down. Otherwise, hands to chairs, center of your chair. Walk the feet back again so you're in this L shape. Good. Plant your left foot, raise your right. Find your pose. Ideally, your hands and or wrists are under your shoulders. Your leg is underneath, your ankle's underneath your hip. Your long leg is pressing straight out. Just breathe. And see how this feels, right? So just see how it feels in your body. Maybe you point the toes. How does that feel instead of flexing the foot? Does it change anything? Are you hyperextending the standing knee? Can you just give it a little teeny tiny softness? And then press yourself out of your chair. Like, don't sink in. Tone the belly and lower the leg. Shake it out, both legs. That's it. I feel like I'm on one of those exercise machines at the gym. All right, here we go. Other side, belly tones in, lift the left leg. And just feel that. Are the hips pretty even? Are the toes mostly pointing down? Pull yourself away from your chair, tone in through the belly. Just hold the leg. Point the toes. Don't let the belly sink so that your low back is taking the weight. Flex your foot, hold the leg, squeeze your behind. Lower down. Whew. Just bend the knee, shake it out. All right, go back to the other side. We're just gonna add on a little bit. Take the leg up, level out the hips. Your choice. 1, you're here. 2, right hand stays on the chair. The left arm just goes over the back of your chair. And breathe. Variation of both balancing table and warrior 3, right? Breathe, everybody. If you can, lift the arm off the back of the chair. That's it. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Release the hand, release the leg. Bend both knees, just shake it out. Good. Last one, last side. Shake out the wrists if they're chatty, or change your hand position. See how that is. The only thing I like when we're doing this kind of opposite balance work is making sure that the hand isn't gonna be so far to the side that it tips, okay? All right, last one, last side. Right foot down, left foot raises. Find your pose, everybody. Just because you're on a chair doesn't mean you don't keep that good alignment, right? That solid, strong alignment, belly's toned in, legs pressing out, all that good stuff. So 1, you're here. 2, you're just gonna rest your wrist, that pinky side wrist, on your right hand on the back of the chair, and just check that out. Solid on that standing leg. If you can, raise the arm and breathe. Longer holds here. That's it. Release the hand, release the leg. Woo. Stand up. And just have a seat. So having a seat is like doing child's pose. Good. Take the legs out just a little bit and just bring the knees in and out. We're just going to soften up the hips a little bit. We're going to come back to standing in just a second. Don't you know it? Don't you know it? There you go. Good. And then bring your feet more hips width apart. If you have the ability, again, I know everybody's working with a different chair. Take your arms behind. Let me turn sideways. Take your arms behind your chair and then pull your chest forward away from the back of the chair. So just a little back bend here and breathe. As I draw those elbows toward each other, right? I lift up, think camel pose, just all the back bends where the chest is extending up toward the ceiling. You're not dropping your head or anything crazy like that. You're just opening up the shoulders. If your hands reach something that you can press on, gently press your fingers or your hands into that back of chair. Take a deep breath. And release it. If you can, no hands, stand up. Stand up. All right, so you're going to stand to the side of your chair. Make sure your chair is fully on your mat. You don't have, I don't know if you all have to turn your chair like I am. I'm just trying to stay where you can see me. Now, As I face my chair, my left hand is by the chair, my left leg is standing, right? How did I want to do this? Yeah, outside leg. You're going to do your outside leg. I think that's how we were doing it in practice. Or you have a wall here, or you're here. Okay, now everybody has a different size chair, different side legs. So we're going to start easy. Hands to hips or hand to a chair if it's that kind of chair, or hand to a wall. All you're going to do is tap up and tap down. Again, if your chair is tall and you're short, make sure you got a little bit more stability. Don't worry about bringing the foot all the way up. Just tap a little, but try to tap and not step, right? So the difference is it's light versus heavy. There you go. So tap. If you feel like you're leaning back too much, you might want something to your side to give you some stability. Good, we're almost done. Working with hip flexors. Next time you tap, hold. Strong standing leg, like fire up that glute. See, depending again on you, your height, your chair, if you can lift that off the chair and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release, shake it out. Go to the other side of your chair. We're going to work this in stages because your legs are going to get tired. Once again, my right side to the back of the chair. When you're ready, we're tapping up for roughly 10. So tap and down. 2, 3. If your leg doesn't go that high, just lift the knee and lower. It's okay. That's it. 6. And smile, by the way. 8, 9, 10th one, hold. Just hold. And then make yourself tall. Whew. Really fire up and lengthen that standing leg, okay? 1, you're here. 2, you're flat-footed. That's okay too. 3, you've lifted. Stand really tall, balance work. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Shake it out. Walk around your chair. Come back to the other side. All right. Choice number 1, tap, lower. Choice number 2, tap, extend, tap, lower. Okay. Again, a hand on a shelf, a hand on a wall, all good stuff. It's a little bit trickier if your hand's on the chair, but even that'll give you stability. You just have to get closer. Okay. All right. Nice and tall, everybody. Belly's toned. Here we go. Tap, extend, tap, and down. 4 more. Tap, extend. Whew. Tap, down. 3, 4. Whew. If that chair is too high, just step away from the chair and see, and release. Right? So if that chair is too high, you can stand away from it and just go lift, extend, lift, down. Doesn't have to be high. That's not the point. We got 5 more. You choose. And the third choice, by the way, so we were tap, extend. If you cannot do the tap, that's your third choice for 5. So it's lift, extend, bring it back in and down, or you're tapping, or you're away from your chair. 4 more. Up, extend, and down. 3, yep, belly in. 4, and 5. Woo, yeah. Woohoo. I don't know, it's a sickness. I feel these muscle works and I just get really happy. I'm like, yes, I'm working my body. Yes, I'm tapping in. Yes. Say yes. All right, here we go. Other side, you're on the other side of your chair, even if you think I'm crazy. Here we go. Tap, extend, tap, down. There's 5 like this, or your version. Down we go. Extend. This is balance work, right? Breathe. 2 more, just like this. If anybody ever actually counted. And stop. And then either 5 more of your choice, or you're skipping the tap part so that you really, really have to work with the hip flexors and the quads. Here we go. Lift, extend, and down. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Woo! Nice job, everybody. Go ahead and just have a seat. And breathe. And shake it out. You can wiggle woggle, you can just take a moment. Good. And then cross one knee over the other. Sit up really tall. And this time, just slide your hands down, round down as much or as little as you want. And stretch. Just breathe. Slide the hands up. Push into your knees to lift your chest and come up. Good. Switch sides. Inhale up. I don't think I did that last time. Exhale, slide the hands down. So we've talked about that rounding thing. And if you're supported rounding, I'm really good with that. If you're just hanging and rounding with no support, I don't love that so much. Just stretch. If crossing the knees is difficult, you can cross ankles here. Just breathe, let it all stretch out. And then hands to knees, push your chest away from your legs. And come on up and let go. Shake it out. All right, so I can see I am gonna run out of time. You're gonna take, so I'm mirroring here again. You're gonna take your right leg and slide it off to the side. So you've got this kind of 90-degree angle here and a 90-degree angle with the front leg pretty much straight out from the hips. We're gonna do this 2 different ways, and we're gonna start with what I think is the easier version, not easier technically, but just easier for how your legs are with your chair, okay? So here we are, and think once again of warrior 2. So I want you to open the arms really wide and gaze over your front arm, but press both knees away from you, right? Isometrically, press those legs apart. Your front foot is straight forward, your other foot is straight forward in the opposite, in the other direction. And breathe and just open the arms, open the arms, open the arms. Whoo, yeah, right? Really open the arms in this position. And then take your front arm to your front thigh and take the other arm over your ear. So we've done this standing, right? Now we're doing it seated, another really cool version of this extended side angle. Good, take both arms up. Exhale, back arm down your chair and stretch over. And take them up. And exhale, release. Heel toe that leg in. Stop when it gets to about your hip. Heel toe your other leg out. So here we are again. Find your pose for your legs. So you're basically almost right facing toward this corner of your chair. Both legs are roughly 90 degrees. And then press the legs out. There's the work, right? It's like, holy moly, there's the work. Warrior 2. Make it count, everybody. Feel it. Feel that beautiful extension, both of your torso. tailbone down, belly tones in, the knees pressing out, and then maybe bring the arms back more to activate the back body more. Keep drawing that front knee, that left knee out to the side to work the hips. Good, maybe the arms extend even more so chest is wide open. And then drop front forearm to front thigh, take the back arm over your ear. Keep pressing the knees away from each other. Yeah, breathe everybody. That's it. And exalted warrior, take that arm down the back of your chair and look up and breathe. Release. Take the hands down, heel toe in. If that was about enough for you, that's where you're going to stay. We're going to go one more level. You're taking that right leg back out. Kind of like that little heel toe out to here. So either you're staying here or you're going to take your hands to your chair and you're going to start to slide your back leg back. Now, what I have learned for me is if this thigh, this back leg's thigh is sitting somewhere on the chair, that just does not feel good. So if you can, you're taking that groin, that crease, and you're bringing that back, okay? The front leg is nice and solid. If you can, you're turning the foot to the side. You can probably see my foot does not ground in this position with the chair. Not going to worry about it as long as I don't have any knee stuff. So here we are, warrior two again. Bring the belly in, lift the chest, take the arms out and breathe. This might be so deep for some of you. And if that back knee feels funky, change the back leg. Big deep breath. Forearm to thigh, take it over, extend big long from your foot to your fingertips. Take them up, warrior two, take them back. Again, chair's different, body's different. Whatever you choose is good. Good, listen up. So you're here, you're gonna turn onto your back foot. You're gonna take the leg out so that you're back in a lunge. Your knee can be as bent as you need to. We're actually coming to that in a second. So you're in this sweet little lunge. Your arm is resting on your chair. You can take the other arm up. You're good here. Release that hand back to your chair. Unflip your toes and drop your knee to the floor. So your back arm is holding the chair. You want to keep some weight toward the back so your chair doesn't tip, right? So as stretch, you can lean back if you feel comfortable. You can take the arm back up if you feel comfortable. And breathe. And release. Slide that leg in, just pause. You're facing the direction of both legs. You're just facing that direction, sitting on your chair. And I just want you to twist toward the back, to the back of the chair. And breathe. All right, undo your twist, shimmy to the front, shimmy to the other side. Good form, everybody. We're doing the same thing. Yes, okay. Wanted to make sure I did the shorter version. So remember, you can come here or you're gonna extend, but again, for me, you find what works for you. But for me, I've got to get that, I've got to be more at the upper inner thigh than on the thigh itself. Again, extending that leg out up to you. You can keep the knee soft here, or you can just bend anywhere in the middle. Warrior two, hips are open, back glute is active, arms come out. Just breathe. And just feel it, right? The chair is such a lovely support for most of us. It just feels like, I mean, this is a deep warrior two for me that I wouldn't necessarily do without the chair. Forearm to thigh, take it over. Extend from your leg to your fingers. Feel this just beautiful stretch. Inhale up, exalted warrior. Nice light touch with that back arm. Breathe. Release those arms. Here we go with that transition. You're going to turn to the front of your chair and turn your back leg. Whether you extend it out or bend the knee is awesome. Either way, my back arm is to the chair just from a support standpoint. Take the other arm up. Nice lunge here. You can take both arms up if you feel steady. Breathe. Chair work is very interesting. I go deeper in a lot of poses because of the chair, but I know it can be tricky to follow, especially if you're not right in front of somebody. So you just do your best. Release the hands down, unflip your back toes and let your knee hang, right? Just let it hang. Back top of your back foot is on the floor. Feel this little baby psoas stretch and take the arm up. And breathe. Oh, feel it. Nice deep stretch into your belly. That's it. Good. Release. Slide your back leg. Take both feet to the front, which is really the side of your chair. Twist to the back of the chair. And breathe. And then release the twist, stay on your side. If your back allows, just roll down, let your chest rest on your thighs so that you can stretch your back. If that's too much, too deep, you can take your elbows to your knees, okay? Your head's hanging. You're just stretching that whole back line. All right, come on up. We're almost done, everybody. What time is it? Holy moly. All right, hopefully you all can stay like 5 minutes late because otherwise we have to have Shavasana now. And I don't want to. So I am going to take the extended part of my mat and throw it over my chair. And I'm doing that because I want some cushion mostly. Okay, so that's just strong. The other option is you can use your blanket. It's a little slippy, so I don't love it, but you can do mat and blanket. The blanket won't slip as much. Or if you are way tougher than me, you don't have to do any of that. You can go with your chair. Maybe your chair already has a cushion. Now, all I want to say here is be mindful, okay? Because this is a little tricky, again, depending on your chair. Have a block to your left side. I'm going to mirror here. Have it to your left side in case you need it. And what you're going to do is you're going to find your way onto your side hip. So you're going to lay down on your left hip. Your hand is either going to come to the floor or to your block. And then you're just going to get to your side. Okay, I know it's tricky, but if you can do it, it's fun. And then find your stack, right? Find your wrist to shoulder. You're nice and strong here. You're on your side. Take your top arm and just hold the back of your chair. Make sure your butt is far enough back that you're not close to the front of your thing. And then if you can, straighten your legs. So one, you're here. This is a whole bunch of core work that's being disguised. Two, if you need to bend knees for more stability, that's okay. Three, if you don't need the back of the chair, this is harder. Arm up. Four, lift your top leg, harder still. Big deep breath. Whew, feel like a little starfish. Everybody breathe, watch the head, keep it neutral-ish. Squeeze that outer hip. Lower the leg if it's raised. Take the hand to the back of the chair. Bend your knees and lift up. Hardest part of the whole thing. And switch sides. Oh, darn. We forgot one thing. All right, I'll just skip that one. Never mind. We'll do it on this side and we'll get a little bit of it. Darn it, darn it. Okay. Hip down, block, no block. Take a moment to find your stability, okay? Because that's the hardest part. And again, depending on your chair, you just might not do this. You might want to do it without the chair at all. Should have said that earlier. Hand to the back of the chair. That's going to help with stability. Legs straighten if you can. Your standing arm nice and solid. You're keeping yourself away from the floor. Squeeze the heck out of those legs. Let go. Wow, harder on this side. And take the arm up if you can. Breathe. If you want a little bit more, take that leg up. Ooh, I am wobbling on this side. Very interesting. Lower the leg. Take the hand back to the chair. And then actually you can take the hand to the front edge of your chair and press up. That was actually easier. All right. And then stand up. We got one left. Lordy, lordy. Because I just want to get it all in. Again, optional depending on your chair. This is a little tricky just to get into. You want your belly to land on that chair seat sideways. So if you don't have a big chair seat, take the chair away and come to your mat. So again, tricky. Maybe you just drop down and you walk your hands hips forward. So the hardest part of this pose, in my opinion, one is to have a chair wide enough, and two, to find your balance on the chair, because if you're too much in your belly, it's hard. If you're too much in your legs, it's hard. So the first thing I want you to do, if you're comfortable, is you've lifted both legs, both hands to the floor. Fire up. So this is locust pose, everybody. Fire up the hips, the legs. If you're comfortable, take those arms off the mat. Bring them back behind you. Palms are face up. If you feel like you're tipping forward, then scoot one way or the other on your chair to find your balance. Big deep breath. Breathe, lift up. Feel like you are flying through the sky. That's it. If you can, stay. Breathe. Release the hands. Now, I want you to drop the feet. Scoot your chest down. If you can, drop one knee and then lift up. Whew. Yeah, baby. If your mat is still wrapped around your chair, feel free to let that go. We are ready for Shavasana, my darlings. So I just moved my chair back to the edge of my mat, and I'm going to put my blanket on the back of my chair, or on my seat, sorry, on my seat. And then come on down and have a seat. Please don't skip this part. You need it, you deserve it. You are ready for it. You're going to lay down. Whew. Take your legs to your chair. Now, if you have an open back, flip your toes under and try to get the back of your knees to the chair. If not, don't worry. And if you can't, another option is to just take your feet to the back of your chair, right? The back of it, so that your legs are more straight. So not only is this an inversion, it is a gorgeous resting pose. It is our Shavasana. Thank you all for hanging in there with me. Feel your back body spread out. Shoulders down to the floor. Your legs are comfortable in whatever position you have chosen. Palms are face up. And let your whole entire body settle down on your mat. And maybe just smile for a moment, right? What have we just done? An awesome chair class. You've stuck with it with me. You guys and gals are so awesome. Feel your breath start to settle down. Feel your face start to relax, your breath start to relax, your body coming down from all of that activity. If you're holding tension in your legs at all, see if you can let it go. As you breathe in, that belly reaches up toward the ceiling, and as you exhale, it softens right back down to the floor. Let yourself sink deeper and deeper into your mat. And go softer still. So this is a Shavasana worth staying in for a little longer if you have the time. If, however, you are ready to get moving again, very carefully move your legs so that they are no longer up the chair. Usually you have to get them out from under. Maybe bend the knees toward chest. Be mindful that the chair is there. And then very slowly draw knees to chest and let them go over to one side or the other. And once you're there, press up into your seated pose. If the chair is conveniently located, you can rest your back on the chair. Bring your hands to your heart. I'm so grateful to you all and to yoga for bringing things constantly and repeatedly into perspective. Bow to your own inner wisdom and to grace. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you, everybody.